trade and research, just to name a few areas. And in times of crisis, cooperation becomes even more important, and this applies not least for our international defense partnerships. And Sweden's partnerships with the UK and with NATO have been crucial during these exceptional times. And I greatly appreciate the strong support your government has expressed for our security and our right to make our own security policy choices. And today, we are taking another step to strengthening our bilateral defense and security cooperation at the strategic level. And I'm very happy that you have come here today for the signing of our bilateral political declaration of solidarity. And the Prime Minister and I have agreed to face challenges in peace, crisis and conflict together. And if either country should suffer a disaster or an attack, the United Kingdom and Sweden will assist each other in a variety of ways. The support will be given on request from the affected country and may include military resources. The declaration serves a crucial purpose regardless of the choices Sweden will make in terms of our security policy in the future. And President Putin thought he could cause division, but he has achieved the opposite. We stand here today, more united than ever, and with the ambition of strengthening our bonds even more. And the Russian aggression against Ukraine has been met with incredible bravery from the Ukrainians and the Ukrainian leaders, but also by a unanimous condemnation and firm response from the entire transatlantic community and beyond. And I look forward to continuing our close cooperation and our bilateral relations, but also on robust actions to put pressure on Russia and in support of Ukraine. So please, Boris, the floor is yours.
Well, thank you very much, Prime Minister Andersson. Thank you, Magdalena. And thank you for having me your absolutely beautiful Harpsund retreat. Breathtaking and great to be back in Sweden and great to see you again. This week, many of us have been paying tribute to the brave men and women who secured victory and peace in Europe 77 years ago. And so it's a sad irony that we've been forced to discuss how best to fortify our shared defences against the empty conceit of a 21st century tyrant. When Europe celebrated VE Day in 1945, a victory that was, of course, in no small part ensured by the heroism of the Russian people, we hoped that peace on our continent would endure. Well, Putin's bloodthirsty campaign against a sovereign nation has put an end to that hope, and we face a new reality, but one that we face together. Throughout this conflict, our Nordic partners have been leading international support, not just for Ukraine, but also for European security. From sending defensive weapons and equipment to bringing together international partners and standing shoulder to shoulder with us in the UN, the Human Rights Council, the ICC, the International Criminal Court. The war in Ukraine is forcing us all to make difficult decisions. But sovereign nations must be free to make those decisions without fear or influence or threat of retaliation. So I'm very pleased today with you, Prime Minister Andersson, to sign this Mutual Security Assurances Declaration. It's an agreement that brings our two countries even closer together. It will allow us to share more intelligence, bolster our military exercises, and further our joint development of technology. The many carcasses of Russian tanks that now litter the fields and streets of Ukraine, thanks to Swedish developed and British built NLAWs, certainly speak to how effective that cooperation can be. But most importantly, this is an agreement that enshrines the values that both Sweden and the UK hold dear, and which we will not hesitate to defend. And as you put it so well, Magdalena, when we were out on the lake, we are now literally and metaphorically in the same boat. Thank you all very much. I think we're going to go to the media now.
We start with James, BBC.
Good afternoon, James Landale, BBC. Prime Minister Johnson first. Can you spell out very precisely for us what this mutual security agreement actually means of practice? If Russia were to attack Sweden, what would the UK do? And secondly, if I may, is now really the time to have a fight with European allies over the Northern Ireland Protocol at the height of this crisis? And Prime Minister Anderson, if I may, can you give us your assessment of the threat against your country?